Well, joining us now to discuss the World No Tobacco Day is the program manager of CISLAC in Abuja, Okeke Anya. Thank you for joining us on TVC News at 7. Well, this year the World Health Organization is focusing on making resources available to smokers so they can quit. Let's bring this home to Nigeria. How readily available and accessible are these tools? If you can hear me, Mr. Anya, I'm asking about the level of accessibility and availability of these tools that the World Health Organization is proposing as a way of helping smokers quit smoking.
I think the availability of around issues of whether whether smokers should quit or not is still very, very low. Government needs to create a room for people to know that they need to quit, and issues around mass education, mass communication to people to understand that it is important for them to quit, because at times people don't even know that they have a health problem, or the kind of problem that the tobacco causes is huge. So it is important for them to understand this and for them to quit. So, but however, government must put up measures, must put up mechanisms for cessation to happen. So it is not just enough to ask smokers to quit, but those mechanisms have to be in place. Education, people need to be educated, and the rest of them, for them to fully understand that they need for them to quit.
All right, Mr. Anya, that's on the part of the smokers themselves. What about the manufacturers of these products? Because we know that about 18 billion cigarettes are still sold annually in Nigeria, and about 16,000 Nigerians are killed annually. Those who are active smokers, those who are just bystanders, who just inhale the smoke from the tobacco, and who it gets on to affect eventually. What should be done about these producers who have devised new means of advertising the product?
Government must wake up to its responsibility. One of the good things that government has done is that we have set up a National Tobacco Control Act, and there is also a National Tobacco Control Regulation. It is now left for government to enforce the letters of those acts. For instance, government must raise revenue, must raise taxes to ensure that the prices of tobacco is so high to enable people not to be able to afford it. Because in the law, there is a tax and price measure that is already expected for government to apply and use. Government must also begin to work towards the graphic health warning, which it has already put in place, and we want to begin to see government, implement the graphic health warnings. The 23rd of June is already here, and we want to see that there are no more cigarettes that do not have those graphic health warnings on their pack. Government must also work to ensure that the ban on sale of cigarette on single sticks is implemented. People should no longer buy cigarette in single sticks, which is part of the law. So these are some of the things that government must do and hold the tobacco industry accountable. All the new novel tobacco products that are coming in, government must also ensure that they are properly regulated. The shishas of this world, the hookahs of this world, government must ensure that they are properly regulated. They cannot allow the tobacco industry to have a few days and sell tobacco to young people, because they devise different means of selling tobacco to young people. So government must live up to its regulation to hold these tobacco companies accountable.
All right, Mr. Anya, and aside all this is also that issue of e-cigarette. I must appreciate you for joining us on TVC News at 7. Program Manager for Civil Society Legislative Advocacy Center, Okeke Anya. Thank you for joining us at this time.
Thank you so much.